Domination. In Game 2, Blacklist representing the Philippines against Alpha Gaming representing Malaysia.
Without further ado, Quill City Mall, Honor of Kings fans, let's get into game number 2.
In terms of the hero composition, again, this is an assassin versus assassin. So the only way for both teams to actually win this early game is to have control over the river. So for APG, that is what they're doing. Now for Blacklist International, it's the same thing. You have Dragon and even Chaz blocking the areas as to where APG might probably go.
Wow, such a strong start from Alpha Gaming. They've zoned out Tammy 1 and look at
Wow,
that.
Tammy 1.
They're gonna pressure on it. FMVP getting first blood. Tammy 1 is gone. Dragon is on the plate for Alpha Gaming, but look at how he jukes it out. Shishan, they needs to fall back.
Tristan, our young prodigy on that Maestro Nui, he found Cammy 1. This is coming in for Xiang's superior laning phase that we talked about during that pick and ban.
I mean, for APG, they're taking their notes. They know that for Tammy 1, he is a bit aggressive early game, so there's a potential for him to go over the river as to why there was a kill against him. So a lot of pressure coming in at the clash lane. Even the rotation from Shizan will go there. So fast reaction also for Blacklist International. Good thing for them. There is continuous jungling for Just Chi. This is the pay of Just Chi. Probably the damage will be there.
But look at that, Dragon is on the plate. Dragon gets taken up, but how? Tammy 1 still dances out with Yulong. They want more. And Tammy 1, he needs to fall back.
It's the suicide show. We're talking about back-to-back plays coming in from the Maestro Nui. He's putting APG on the board in this game number 2.
And this is a typical Maestro Nui play that you want early game. Because of the crowd control, because of the prowess against Blacklist International. For Blacklist International, as much as possible, they want to have someone to stop Shizan, which is Chaz is doing for this one. Now, if we look at the farm laners, good thing for both, they have their support, and at the same time, for APG, they're currently at the lead. They need to sustain this one out up until 4 minutes of the game.
Wow, the Shishan show with the combo with Yulong is such a dangerous play for Blacklist International. And right now, look, the map control is holding on purely on Alpha Gaming.
1,000 goalie in favor, but Xiang gets pushed in. He still has the flash. Manages to escape towards safety here. Dragon still not level 4. Does not have access towards the board.
I mean, it's hard for you to first a buy run early game. Now for Blacklist International, it's gonna be hard for them knowing that Yulong already has those items. But here's the thing, you have 2,300, so still Just Chi is on the lead on the farming department. But again, for APG, Yulong will have the best time of his life later on because there's some crowd control.
Look at that, Tammy 1 dodges out, but Yulong opens that mirror domain. But just a disengage, just a bait. But right now, Just Chi is eyeing on Yulong. He's gonna dance with that jungler, but Siak is gonna be trapped in the middle. Blacklist with that sneaky play, but JD still wants more. Look at that golden kite, jukes it out. Alpha Gaming, they need to fall back.
And here's the thing now, for APG, they also have those trades. They saw that there was a kill for Blacklist International. Top lane!
Wow, Tammy 1, the FMVP, bearing the nation in his heart against Yulong.
No flash.
The pressure out, and look at that. The combo, the Shushan Yulong is such a dangerous combo.
It's a destructive combo as Tristan 2-0-1. 100% kill participation on this Maestro Nui. He is everywhere for APG in this early game.
Fast reaction again coming in from APG. Now they have the lead, 1,400 for Blacklist International. They can object or they can get to this other objective against the side of APG. Now you have the position for APG. You have Chaz on the vision. Even for Dragon waiting for that moment, he has the board. But I don't think they will be complete before APG secures this one.
It's a big pickup here coming in for side of Blacklist International. They start on the board.
Wow, look at that board, but this
Triple knockout!
Oh, wow!
The triple from Sishan knocks back one, and Golden Kite gets taken down. The pressure is on for the Philippines.
He is so clean on that Maestro Nui. He's just setting up every single play, and let's check out the replay here. Shisan face checking into Dragon, gets a 3-man Rue Engine into a 3-man ultimate. Such a clean display coming in from the APG mid lane.
It would have been a different story if the board actually hit the Shisan at the time. So there's going to be a knock-up, and because of that, APG again destroys another tower against Blacklist International. Blacklist International, they're a bit struggling on their camps, so they are being pushed back. And if we look at the hero composition of Blacklist International, it's very evident that positioning should be considered. So there were moments wherein Dragon's waiting for the perfect moment, but because of the mobility that APG has, they're having a hard time. Now for Chaz and the rest, they need to focus on finding Yulong and stop this jungler of APG.
Wow, the pressure is on. Temmie1 pushing back Alpha Gaming. But right now, they won't be back down really easily because look at that, JD pushing one tower again, but Yulong jukes it in, and right now, he's gonna be fall down. Joshi is gone. Temmie1 is deleted. Alpha Gaming, they're showing who is the Alpha. What a flash, what a play from Sial. They're not gonna back down. Chaz and Dragon needs to go back.
APG is so blood hungry. From the red buff all the way to their high ground, they are relentless and they are not going down without even more kills.
What's in their fight trend against the champion of MKL? Now we have APG against the champion of PKL. They are at the lead of 4,000 at this, but still the goal is still the same for our junglers, right? But the thing is that in terms of the Mai and even Yijing for Dragon and even Shizan, there's a huge lead, and Shizan is just all over the place against Blacklist International.
Talking about leads, 7 minutes barely. Already a high ground in favor for the side of Alpha Gaming. Malaysian fans will be super duper happy, but it is never the end of the game until the crystal falls. We've seen how Blacklist play against those timers where they come back from impossible games. This is still one of the games that they can make their mark.
This is where emotional stability will kick in. Definitely for Blacklist International, they don't want that pressure to affect their decision making. Now for APG, as long as they keep on pressuring majority of the lanes, they can get another kill, because in terms of the items, even for JD, he's currently at 102 at the distant revenging.
Yep, they're gonna pressure the champions. They're gonna pressure out Blacklist, and look at that Yulong holding out so much of the map. Blacklist needs to find something, a moment from Chaz is gonna make a miracle for Blacklist.
A miracle is what they exactly need if they want to push this 5,000 gold lead back into their favor. We've seen how Chaz and Dragon Chami, this trio will be the anchor that Blacklist International needs to find if they want to be able to push this game to an even.
Reminding everyone that APG is the third placers for MKL, aside them being the fan favorites facing the PKL champions. Okay, for Blacklist International, they were able to defend that threat coming in from APG. 16 seconds before the Tyrant will be available onto this, but definitely in terms of map control, it is APG having that. 7.4k, now there's a lead in terms of gold for our junglers.
Very dangerous slow bleed coming in for the side of Blacklist International. Every single objective so far has fallen into favor to the side of Alpha Gaming, due to the fact that Shisan on this Maestro Nui has been a phenomenal gamer so far. He's been finding what? Multiple man knockups, multiple setups for his team. So Blacklist International, to stop this bleed, look out for Shisan.
And there's this certain layer of skills for APG that was very effective all throughout this game. It all started around 4 minutes wherein everyone's just prepared to go for the focus fire. Now Blacklist International again is finding the time, finding the moment to go for the counter play. Now APG still on the lead. Chang is already low on life. This might be for them.
Look at that Chaz, he's leading the offensive,
Temmie1
pushing back, but Temmie1 gets that one, triple knock up from Temmie1. Yulong makes it in for Alpha Gaming, takes down the FMVP. They want to push it back, and right now Alpha Gaming is getting that momentum. Triple wave is coming for Blacklist. They need to defend.
A big misplay coming in from Temmie1, missing that flash proof, setting their team to a defensive state right now with another tier 3 going in favor for the side of APG. Things are looking even more dire for the PKL squad.
At this point for Blacklist International, they don't want another high ground tower to be destroyed by APG. So it's already 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes out the game. APG still on the lead. 2-0-4 for Yulong. It all started with that early game. Now they're getting more resources against them. You have Renji starting the Overlord, and you have players also at the Tyrant. This could be a bait because I don't think they will continue this. You have Just G up front for the vision and information for Blacklist International.
Yep, they're gonna pressure out. They're just gonna look for that vision. They want Blacklist to come out of their shell. They're gonna make Blacklist force a team fight they're not comfortable with.
The waves are starting to push in for the side of the mid lane here. As you can see, pressure is setting on towards Chaz.
Ooh, but Chaz, look at the board, connects to two people. Yulong connects to the front line. Just E gets pressure out. 5 people still standing for the Malaysian, and Chaz is the only casualty here.
KNC Honor, hit that CD key in because there's a chance you get all heroes and skin chest for you to draw. But back to the game with Chaz being down. All the pressure that Blacklist International want to be setting up has been relieved. APG with that Shadow Tyrant, they are looking for this final tier 3.
Yep.
Definitely, this could be it for APG. It's 5.7k goal lead now for Blacklist International. Chaz is going to be alive, but the high ground tower at the middle lane is going to be destroyed. So it's going to be hard for them. And for APG, it's kind of predictable as to where Blacklist will go for that initiate.
They're gonna force Blacklist into turtling, and they don't want to force that team fight. Yulong is going for that disengage. They're gonna wait another wave.
They're waiting for the next Shadow Overlord towards the top side here. They're playing it slow, steady, composed. I like the gameplay coming in from Alpha Gaming. They do not want to take any single risk in this play, but minions are marching through. APG,
Kind of
are they
bad.
going for the play?
Chia coming into that tower, and he's gonna go.
Shazam!
The Shazam show is here. Look at that board. Connects to 3 people, but Yulong dances gracefully. Joshi, he needs to back down. Go the
Crystal,
powered up.
back, and the Crystal is destroyed. Malaysia taking another one.
Back-to-back wins for the MKL region. MKL is on top. Alpha Gaming with the Susan Show is back at it again.
I mean, this is the fan favorite team. Third placers of MKL winning against